Welcome back to Operation Pixel! We just started the place that I've called Bortevo Cave because nobody's given me a name for this cave that I'm aware of. I was actually kind of hoping the colors in here might be different, and that maybe we'd see some lava, because we're in like a lava volcano region, but doesn't seem too likely. So we got 2, 3, I've already started mapping this place out just a little bit. I didn't do anything like between episodes or anything. Just found this dungeon last episode. Cave. Dungeon, whatever it is. Really seriously debating bringing not touching chests. But it's hard not to. Because I've been playing games for so long, it's like, oh, just leaving chests behind feels wrong. Even if every enemy drops one. Okay. So I think I stepped 2 spaces so far. I'm really hoping to get this right this time, because last serious map I made, I ran into some trouble. So let me just make sure. Ah, come on, ghouls. I'm trying to make a map here. I mean, you know, one thing can be said for sure is that these old games were not made with the intention of people watching online or anywhere, probably, really. Like arcade games, I would imagine maybe they sometimes considered people watching, because the intention was that if people saw a game that looked cool, they might want to try it. Which means they'd blow money on it, which means people would make money off their arcade games. But these games were not made with that in mind. 3, 4. These days we have a whole bunch of games. Like that's why a lot of the esports I think is really catching on. It's because the there is some demand for I'm just gonna keep going this way. For watching sort of like experts play games. That goes down a long way. Well, this only goes a couple spaces. Glad I peeked. But there's ghouls here. That makes me sad. They're gonna drool at me. Yeah. I don't know, like, personally I almost don't like the whole trend for esports. I know a lot of people like watching it, especially on, like, Twitch. And that's cool, you know. Do what you enjoy. And to be honest, I don't really like watching real sports either, like soccer and football and baseball. You know, it's like if you enjoy the sport or enjoy watching it, go for it, but I've just never thought it was all that amusing. I don't know if it's particularly amusing to watch people do this stuff either, these sort of let's plays. But I mean, honestly speaking, I enjoy playing the game, and one of the main reasons that I liked to do it, or that I thought about doing it, is because Ark wanted a podcast, and as part of getting my, I have a bachelor's degree in game design, and one of the main teachers I had at my college imparted that, this sort of wisdom in really, like, exploring, games to find like what was good, what was bad, like being analytical about them, and really just broadening your horizons, right? Because like everybody's seen like Super Mario, right? Like if you show someone like Super Mario Bros, like the first one, nobody's gonna be surprised by what they see. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, okay, I get it. This is you know, an NES platformer thing. Very solid, you know, game. But you're not gonna learn really anything from it because, you know, you already knew about it. It's nothing new there. No new ideas or concepts to learn from. Whereas some of these lesser-known games, like, I didn't even know that Phantasy Star, like, the first Phantasy Star game I played was Phantasy Star Online that I picked up on GameCube. And I had some fun with it, but once I got the Sega collection, I was like, holy crap, there was a whole bunch of these really old-school RPGs. And you know, it's not, maybe not the greatest game here. Like, it's certainly interesting for the time period. But I think there's still something to be learned here. The second thing that I'm concerned about, not in particular with Phantasy Star, let's see. Yes. An escaper. Okay, that's probably another escape rope type thing. Is that, like, a lot of games, and the ones that I really want to play in the show, like, I want to play the games that's, like, you know, if anyone wants to send suggestions, in case anyone ever watches this, I want to know, like, what games people, like, grew up with, that, like, you know, they tried telling their friends about it, and nobody's heard of it. Like, there's so many games out there that are just really incredible games. You know, a lot of them are, like, PC games, or NES or SNES games, or something like that. And, like, for one reason or another, you know, they didn't get publicized, they didn't sell many copies. It just didn't catch on, or like maybe it was something weird that, like, you know, your uncle gave it to you at one point for your birthday, and, like, you know, he just bought it because he knew you liked video games, but you know, nobody else really ever bought it because, you know, your uncle just bought it because he didn't know any better, and then it turned out it was awesome. Like, that feeling of, like, not knowing what to expect from a game and having it turn out to be awesome is one of the greatest feelings, in my opinion. Like, it is just super cool when you pick up a game like, I have no idea what this is, and then, holy crap, that's what this is? But, like, a lot of those games that didn't, like, hit it big, you know, they're sort of dying. You know, Mario gets re-released every, like, 5 years for the eShop, or, you know, some new updated version, or he gets a new title. Let me make sure I counted this. 1, 2, 3. So, you know, there's no chance of Mario ever going, like, extinct. But, some of these old games, like, you know, there aren't Let's Plays of them. And, you know, nobody's streaming them on Twitch. 1, 2... Did I... I'm not sure if I counted right. I'm too busy trying to think about games and also maps. I'm trying to think of some good examples. I know one I really want to do on the show. Like, well, one we already did on the show was a Game Boy game called Bionic Battler. It actually plays... Oh, god dang, bombs! It actually plays kind of like this, where you're kind of like in a labyrinth. And I played really badly at that. I actually kind of want to try it again. Just to hopefully, like, do it better. Oh man, I may not be able to stay in here much longer, because... freaking bombs we keep grabbing, and... Okay, so Meow can't keep doing that. Oops. But yeah, no, I grew up with Bionic Battler. You know, I'd assume, like, oops. Probably almost no one's heard of it. And, you know, it's kind of a bummer, because I really like that one. Like, thematically, I think it's cool. The game isn't really anything spectacular, but... 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and then, we got a plus. Uh-oh. This is running really close to the edge of my page again. It's not what I wanted. Another one that I wanted to show off is a game called Bionic Battler. Or not, bleh, that's the one I just mentioned. Literally just mentioned. I'm distracted. Was Ninja Taro. It's a game I played a whole bunch as a kid, and I never really got anywhere in it. And then I checked that out again as an adult. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really stuck it out. I think there might have been like one part I looked up online, just because I was stuck. There's a lot of backtracking in that game. But it's actually a really cool, like, Game Boy Adventure game that was really hard to find just because, like, I was trying to remember what it was called. I had to, like, Google it. Yeah, this is gonna go off the page. Maybe. Alright, if it doesn't go any more to the left, I might be okay here. But yeah, I stuck it out. It's actually a really cool kind of little game thing, and I tried Googling or looking it up on YouTube, and there was like maybe 2 videos. I think one of them showed like the first 4 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game or something. I don't remember. But that was it. That was the footprint that Ninja Taro had left on history. And since the game isn't that bad, it's like kind of depressing. So one of these days we'll see that one on the show. I have no doubt that we're gonna play that one. And we might be the only people on YouTube with the playthrough of it. Oh, what was another one? Journeyman Project. I've been trying to get that one working for, God, like probably a year now. 'Cause it's a really old PC game. 1, 2. Oh, we got a dead end. And like that one's kind of a funny story for me personally because I remember my friend was trying to like remember a game that he played when he was a kid. Mike, who's been on the show a couple times, doing like Bubble Bobble and Orcs Must Die 2 and Into the Breach, Commandos. So I was talking to him one time, and he was trying to remember this game that he played when he was a lot younger, and he could only remember like a couple of things about it. And then I think he was using Reddit. Reddit has like a page for like, I think it's like On the Tip of My Tongue or something like that. You can go there to request people like, you know these things about it, and then the entirety of Reddit will try to help you, or at least the entirety of that portion of Reddit will try to help you find your mystery thing from childhood, which I think is pretty rad. It's a really cool idea for sure. And so I think he was telling me about this game called Journeyman Project, which is kind of an old adventure game, kind of like style of Myst, where you first person and just kind of move around and solve puzzles and crap. I can see a door up ahead. But like, this game, Journeyman Project, he mentioned it to me, and I was like, hold on a sec, and I went over to my garage. I have that game. You know, in my example earlier, the uncle thing, I brought that up because literally my uncle got me some old games like when I was growing up, and one of them happened to be this Journeyman Project trilogy. So I have all 3 of these Journeyman Project games. And I want to finish exploring this floor before I go up those stairs. Yeah, freaking, like, apparently these games are, like, you know, the people who've played them like them, but almost nobody's heard of them. 4. I think there was some mention that's Journeyman Project, at least the first game, might have been getting like a freaking updated port of the classic version. And there might also be some other ports of it that were like, from what I read, I think they were like sort of like maybe lesser quality, like iPad copies. Like for some reason it wasn't quite the same experience. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. And a door. polymetalol is for sale in Avian. Okay. Let's see. Polymetalol for sale in Avian. Alright, thanks, shady dude. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing is that it's really hard to get running on an old PC. I did eventually get it running. The problem is recording it. So I'm just gonna try and run. That worked out well. We can deal with one Evil Dead. But yeah, once I get it running, we'll definitely be going through that one. At least the first one, maybe the second too, if we have time and interest. Because I just really think that would be fun to run through with Mike. I don't know how it's gonna go, because it's like an adventure game again. And it's one of those ones where, like, you know, the game is trying to kill you at every turn if you make the wrong choice. So we may die a lot and have to reload a lot, and I don't know. I don't know how well we'll progress. But yeah, you know, if anybody's stuck around to listen to my rant here, you know, if you have any games from your childhood that, like, don't exist when you check on YouTube, or when you Google it, it's like, you know, 3 results found, and you just love that game, you know, let us know. Like, if we can get our hands on that game and we can get it running and recorded, like, we'll do it. We'll freaking do it. That sort of is my personal mission statement of Operation Pixel. 3... So here's the part where I hope I drew my map right. 1, 2... Yeah, because this isn't checking out right. Something's weird here. Did I make a mistake? I might have made a mistake. Alright, let me check my compass really quick, because I feel like I might know where I made the mistake. Compass. Okay, if we're facing north, then I think that might be where my mistake was. So let's see, we're here, so we got 1, 2, and a T, okay. So maybe this will check out still. We'll see in a second. I want to try and finish up this floor at least before we cut to the next episode. God, freaking bombs! I don't have enough health for this. I'm actually probably going to have to heal up in between episodes and come back here. I guess that's okay. 2, 3... Alright, nothing here. How about this way? Got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the little dead-end space. Yes. Okay, just crappy amount of money. Gotcha. Alright, so, I think, just for fun here, I want to try this. Let's use exit. That does get us out of there. How about... what if I use... She feels nothing. Okay, so Tella didn't work. It could be, I think I read that one of those might have been for, like, going up a floor. One of them might have been just for going to the exit. Maybe. I'm not sure. But I know I can fly there. Oh, I don't have enough magic. I know I can use, Transer. Right? That should take me, yeah. Cool. Well, I'm back at Luveno's lab here. Oh, I can't turn it down. Makes me kind of sad. Okay, there we go. It's not really a big deal, it's just something I wanted to do. So we'll go back to Bortavo. Yeah, Bortavo. I had really bad handwriting. Bortavo Cave. It looks like a U, not a V. Just gonna rewrite that really quick. There we go. Bortavo Cave. we'll head back there next time on Operation Pixel, and I'll explore the second floor. Maybe we'll finish it. I was kind of hoping maybe it would be a little smaller than this, but turns out it's fairly large. And I did manage to fit it all without scrunching it off the side of the page, but the lines on the left side there almost went off the page. They've been scrunched into like a little half grid space. Oh boy. Alright, well, we'll go there. We'll get through this. It'll be a good time. Probably. I hope so, anyways.